Why parking and coffee should be included in college tuition. According to Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health, the United States spends roughly $40 million every year on coffee. The demand for coffee seems to be climbing every year, with more than half of American adults drinking coffee. Along with coffee being in high demand among young adults, parking is in high demand among college students. The reason colleges should include parking and coffee in tuition is it will help reduce the risk of diseases. 54% of Americans consume coffee every day, and it creates an extra expense to bring a car to college. Coffee and health stated. Coffee consumption appears to reduce or delay the development of Parkinson's disease. Since men are at higher risk to develop Parkinson's disease, the study mainly focuses on men. Women, however, have a hormonal interaction between the caffeine and their hormones that interrupts the way the body will process caffeine. For almost 50 years, studies have shown a higher risk in non-coffee consumers developing Parkinson's disease than people who consume coffee on a regular basis. Not only does coffee consumption reduce the risk of Parkinson's disease, it also reduces the risk of an early death. Just like Parkinson's disease, drinking 4 cups of coffee a day will reduce the risk of an early death by 68%, as well as drinking 2 cups of coffee a day will reduce the risk by 22%. Studies on coffee and the effect it has on the human bodies, whether good or bad, has become more prevalent in the last half century due to the amount of people who consume coffee on a regular basis. With over 54% of Americans drinking coffee every day, the University of Kentucky doctoral dissertation showed that more than 78% of college students drink more than the recommended amount of coffee every day. With the amount of college students who drink coffee every day, some people may think that the campus should provide a coffee maker, a Keurig, or free coffee 2 to 3 times a week. If the university did this, they would not only get extra money to go towards other things, but they could get extra money to go towards buildings, dorm rooms, and parking, which is another key issue among college students. Wayne State University in the 2015-2016 school year reported that 98% of its students brought a car with them to campus. U.S. News Higher Education did a study on how many students actually bring a car with them to campus, ranking them on which colleges will have the most students bringing a car. To bring it a little closer to home, the University of South Dakota actually made the list, ranking number 7 in the nation, with having over 94% of its students bringing a car with them to campus. Now, bringing a car with them to college is just one step, but finding where the correct administration's office is to receive your parking ticket, finding your correct parking lot, and making sure you're in the area that you need to be is a whole other ballpark. With having many friends at college, I hear all the time, good luck finding a parking spot, I can never find a parking spot, and I don't want to walk that far. With having so many students bringing a car with them to campus, the colleges have to have a parking space for each and every student, which may be hard. If colleges include parking in tuition costs, they may be able to increase the amount of parking or build a parking garage on campus. That way, when most students need to be to one specific area, there's no rush as to how early they need to get there just for the parking spot. As well as if parents, friends, or high school students are visiting campus, there's no issue as where they need to be. According to the Washington Post, 3/4 of the United States' 18.4 million college students will have a car with them on campus in the school year. With thousands of dollars going into parking every year, adding it to the cost of college tuition may actually be beneficial for both the college and the student. With parking, coffee should also be added into the cost of college tuition. Adding parking and coffee into the college tuition will help reduce the risk of diseases. 54% of Americans consume coffee every single day, and it creates an extra expense just to bring a car to college.